It's been quite some time since I did a scripture meditation on this channel. So today I want to reflect on Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 through 11 with you. There's a phrase in these verses that's kind of been on my mind, and I've been thinking about it. I want to talk about it briefly with you. So Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 through 11. Then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. And after fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. And the tempter came and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread." But he answered, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city and set him on the pinnacle of the temple and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and on their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone." Jesus said to him, "Again it is written, you shall not put the Lord your God to the test." Again the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. And he said to him, "All these I will give you if you will fall down and worship me." Then Jesus said to him, "Begone, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve." Then the devil left him, and behold, angels came and were ministering to him. So there's a lot of interesting things happening in this passage. I think I could spend a lot of time on every temptation, but I'm especially drawn to the first temptation where Jesus, he's obviously hungry. He's been fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. And so Jesus is tempted by the evil one to turn stones into bread. And Jesus responds, not just saying simply no, but he says, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." So that particular verse and the verse that comes before it, I've been thinking about that a lot. And I've been thinking about just the idea of man not living by bread alone. And I'm sure there are many ways to interpret that and understand that. But the way I've been understanding it as I've been thinking about it is like bread is something that I'm going to get. Like I have the ability to go to the store and buy bread and sustain myself and contribute to my survival. Because if you read this literally, Jesus says, "Man shall not live by bread alone." If I'm reading this letter literally, like, yeah, I could survive by bread alone. Like I can sustain this body by bread. I can just survive off of bread. I think he's trying to go deeper than that. I think what he's trying to say is we need more than survival. I need more than my ability to go to the store to buy bread for myself, or my ability to, I mean, you can just keep going. My ability to take care of myself. I need more than that to live. And obviously we know as we read the teachings of Jesus that, when he talks about this physical life, he means this physical life, but he also means something beyond this physical life. He always means something transcended as well. He recognizes that, yeah, there are things that we have to address in the physical realm, but also things that the gospel, the good news, may be addressing in the spiritual realm as well. And there are many ways that we can talk about that and explain that and process that and think through that. I'm drawn to this especially because maybe I've been really tempted to just construct things myself or do everything myself and put a lot of pressure on myself to do everything right, to think right, to live right. And I still want to pursue that. But I think a statement like "man shall not live by bread alone" is including, it's not up to my perfection. It's not up to my efforts to have a good life. There's more than that. The grace that I experience on a daily basis is not just because I've been good. the the grace and the things that I'm grateful for that I have in my life, I don't know if I manifested all this. I don't know if I could imagine that I would want this, first of all. And I'm grateful for where I am in my life, but I don't know how I got here. If I'm arrogant, I could say, you know what? I went to school, got this degree. I made the decision to do that, do that, do that, do that. But how did I know that was the right decision to make? I really believe I'm just stumbling, trying to figure it out. And I think this is true for all of us. And I think if we're humble enough to recognize the presence of something beyond us in our reality, then we can say that I'm not living by bread alone. I'm not living by my own efforts. I'm not living by my ability to go and get it done. There's so much more than that. Maybe you can say it's luck. Maybe you can call it luck. But yeah, I'm participating. Maybe I'm saying no to the tempter and the evil one. Maybe I'm rejecting it. But there's more. There's more than my rejection. There's more than my saying no. There's more than my going to the store to buy bread for myself. There's more to my existence than simple survival. Just some thoughts that I've been thinking through. And another thing I thought connecting to this verse is about Jesus when he says, do not worry about what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear. And then he says to look at the birds, look at the lilies of the field. And there's just something special about that and maybe how it ties to this idea. Like life is not just about finding food for yourself. Life is not just about having clothes. Life is not just about having everything that you think you need or you want. Maybe life is about receiving everything that you end up getting with humility and gratitude, and recognizing that everything that you have and everything that you experience on a daily basis, good or not good, is grace. It can be grace. Just some thoughts. Yeah, I've just been thinking about this scripture, and maybe some of these thoughts will be helpful for you and where you are. Maybe not. But I just wanted to share this with you, and I hope you are doing well and I hope good things for you and your journey.